Welcome back to a brand new video from the shed end. I hope you're all doing well. The start of the weekend, the start of the Premier League resumes again tomorrow. We are facing Bournemouth on Sunday, 2 p.m. kickoff. I mean, what can I say? This is a team that have at times given us problems at the vitality stage, but I am confident we will get a win against Bournemouth. Now, of course, before we get into the video, before we get into the predicted lineup, make sure you smash that subscribe button and also make sure you hit that Linktree link in the description as well. That will take you to all our podcast episodes that we've previously recorded and also our social media handles as well. So make sure you give all of them a follow. And don't forget to leave your comments as well in the comment section below where you can give us your predicted lineups and your predicted result for Bournemouth on Sunday. And how are we going to perform? How are we going to do? Let me know what you think in the comments as well. Now, obviously, I want to start this video because I think on my last live stream that I did a few weeks ago, I did say that we need to change, as Chelsea fans, need to change our perspective about our objectives this season in terms of the expectations from the club, from the manager, and as fans. Now, of course, you want the best for your team. You want to see your team win trophies. You want to see your team get into the Champions League. You want to see your team playing European football. Now, do I really realistically think we're going to push for the Premier League? Not in a million years. Not this season. Do I think we'll get top four? There's a very outside chance that we can do that. But if I'm honest, if I'm really, really honest, I think at the moment we should just be concentrating on playing really good football and getting back to the basics and understanding who's the best 11 for us and who needs to be sidelined, who needs to be an impact sub, and who needs, and get the formation right as well. Because I mean, this sort of hybrid role for Ben Chilwell, it clearly isn't working. Now, me personally, I love Ben Chilwell as a left back, as a left wing back. I think he offers quite a bit more. And I think the role that Pochettino's trying to give him at Chelsea at the moment as a left wing back, as a left winger, he can do that from left wing back. If that's the formation you want to play, if you want to play the three centre backs with the two wing backs, then let's do that. But if you're giving him this hybrid role for Levi Colwill to play left back and Ben Chilwell to be a left winger, it's not working. We've seen it against Forest, we've seen it against Luton. You know, we've seen it against Liverpool, I think, as well. It didn't work. So if that's the role that we're going with, let's just revert back to the 4-2-3-1 that worked in pre-season. Because I don't understand why we're not doing that. And I think we really ought to be doing that based on how we've been playing. So in my opinion, we have to get this right. We have to make sure that when we put this team out on Sunday, it is the team that's going to be able to compete with Bournemouth, because this is a very vital game. As much as I said on a live stream a few weeks ago that we should be winning this game and all the games up until the 21st of October, I really do think we have to kickstart the season after the international break and the inconsistent start to the season with a win against Bournemouth. We have to do that. There's no excuses. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. We have to do that. Now, in terms of the predicted lineup that I've gone with, obviously, it's very, very self-explanatory in terms of who I've gone with. The formation, as I've just said before, for me personally, I would go with the 4-2-3-1 formation with Sanchez starting in goal. Obviously, some of the news that came out of the press conference today from Mauricio Pochettino, obviously Reece James is still out injured, we know that. Benoit Badiashile and Armando Broja have rejoined back with the full training squad. They are back training with the full team now after their rehabilitation. So, yeah, I mean, look, we know there's a couple of players still, Carney Chukwuemeka being another one that is still kind of away from that as well. And Lavia will miss the game on Sunday due to a fresh injury picked up on his ankle, so he won't be in contention to start on Sunday as well. But in terms of the lineup, Sanchez in goal, Malo Gusto at right back. I've gone with Thiago Silva as a centre-back alongside Levi Colwill, with Ben Chilwell playing as that left-back. Now, I want to see Ben Chilwell put in a performance at left-back because I think he does offer more going forward. And defensively, I think that duty there, predominantly that's his role. I mean, his role is to be a defender. He has to do that first before he does anything else on the pitch for me. So when you're playing him as a winger, it does leave Colwill, it does leave Dizazi, it does leave Thiago Silva, it does leave those centre-backs very exposed when you've got someone who's meant to be a defensive-minded player playing in a very attacking-minded role. So it doesn't really work for me. Now, I've gone for the two midfield of Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo. Now, the reason I've gone for two of those is because, yes, I agree with everything I'm seeing online. I'm seeing with different videos that I'm watching, and also with some of the other match previews that I've watched over the course of time and the match results as well. I do agree that Enzo Fernandez should be higher up the pitch, but at the moment, without Romeo Lavia in that team, we just can't accommodate Enzo being forward any more than he needs to be. I think we need to keep him alongside Moises Caicedo. Conor Gallagher, yes, he can play there, but do we want to see him in a double pivot? I, for one, do not want my Sunday afternoon ruined by Conor Gallagher and Moises Caicedo in a double pivot. If you want that, then let me know what you think in the comments and let me know why you want to see Conor Gallagher with Moises Caicedo in that double pivot. But going forward, on the right side now, I've gone for Noni Madueke, who I think, again, I've seen him play, impact, come off the bench, make a slight impact, even though we haven't gone on to win the game. But I think he's someone that we need to try on that right-hand side. Obviously, Raheem Sterling has been occupying that for the past couple of games, but I'll switch Raheem Sterling to the left side of that attack because I think going back and I'm thinking about his Man City days when he was playing there, even the earlier days when he came to Chelsea, he was playing under that role for Thomas Tuchel and for Graham Potter as well at one point. And I think we need to utilise him on the left. I think he'll do well there. Now, a lot of people will say that, what about Mudryk, who, can play there, deserves his time in the game, needs to play games to build up confidence. I agree, but I think we need to get that consistency in the games first and maybe bring him in, start him against Brighton in the Carabao Cup and let's see what he can do from there. But for this game on Sunday, we have to win. We have to get the 3 points. And I think from the form that we've seen, Raheem Sterling, obviously no international football, so he should be lovely and fresh after his little break away from football. He should be able to come back into that team and perform on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to seeing Raheem Sterling on the left. Now, in the middle, in the 10, I've gone with Cole Palmer, who I think is going to be a breath of fresh air in that attack for us. I think we need to utilise him. He had a really good international matches as well for England under 21s, scored an amazing goal. If you haven't done that, type it into YouTube really quickly and have a look at the goal that he scored. It's unbelievable technique that he's got there. So I want to see him play there. And obviously he links up a lot with Noni Madueke in the England international under 21 squad. I'm hoping to see that in the Chelsea team as well. That intricate passing. I want to see a lot of that on Sunday between the two of them, that link up play. And obviously, the striker that I've gone for is Nicholas Jackson. Now, I know he's not flavour of the month for Chelsea fans, especially after that big miss that he had over the week, over the last game for us. Now, I get that. I understand it. I understand the rationale. I understand why everyone thinks he's got to be on fraud watch. And look, I mean, for me, Nicholas Jackson's one of our better signings that we've had this summer. Yes, I think he's still very raw. He's still very young. He's doing all the right things. And I think, again, very much like Mudryk, he's got to get the confidence. Now, the difference with Jackson is we don't have anyone that can fill into that role at the moment. Obviously, Armando Broja is due to come back, but we will lose Nicholas Jackson. That's another thing we will talk about on the podcast this week coming up. Nicholas Jackson will potentially be going to the AFCON in January. So I'm hoping in that space of time, we can hopefully develop him. And even if he does go away in January and comes back and he's still in Mauricio Pochettino's plans, hopefully that confidence will have been built up by then for him to be able to come into the team and perform after the AFCON as well. But we've got to see Nicholas Jackson up front. I think he's going to come into this team, hopefully. Again, we've got to build a bit of confidence around him. But I think there's a lot of things that I'm watching of him, the way he holds the ball up, the strength, the pace, taking on the players. I love that he's running at the defence. He's giving them something to think about. So I want to see him do something more, get a goal. That one goal that he gets, the second goal that he gets, that's just a confidence booster for a striker. So I think we need to keep on with him. And hopefully, when Armando Broja is back and returning, it might even give him something else to think about with extra competition for that number 9 spot as well. So that's my formation. That's my team. I think we have to go with the 4-2-3-1. Realistically, I think Pochettino will stick with what he's been playing, but I understand the rationale for that as well because of the centre-back issues around the injuries. But playing Chilwell at that left wing could come back to haunt us against Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth, very quickly, they're not playing the best of football. We know that. We've seen it with them already. But they're struggling for points. We're struggling for points. This is a game that we can't really come out with any excuses on Sunday afternoon. After that game, we have to have the 3 points and we have to start climbing up that table and hopefully build that momentum going into that big game against Arsenal, October 21st. That is the first game that really is, for me, is the test over the next couple of weeks. And we have to make sure that we're utilising the squad well. We've got some good subs that we can bring off the bench on Sunday, as I said about Mudryk as well. Conor Gallagher would be one of those as well. We've got players that we can bring off that bench and hopefully use. Now, Ian Maatsen, another one, maybe you might see him come in for Chilwell or even play further up the field. We know that he can play in that more advanced roles as well. So look, we've got a big squad there. We've got a good quality squad. We've got people that can come in and fill in roles and help with that, the depth as well. And I think we've got to get 3 points. There's no ifs or buts about this one. So that's my prediction in terms of the lineup. In terms of my predicted results, I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0. I think if we go for the 4 at the back, I think that'll give us a bit more defensively and also offer a bit more going forward as well. And I think if we do start with Cole Palmer, especially in that 10 role, I think that'll be the missing piece of the puzzle that we've been missing in terms of executing the chances being made. And hopefully that will feed into Nicholas Jackson's confidence as well. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please do not forget to subscribe. I know it's a little effort in terms of just smashing that subscribe button for us and also sharing the videos as well. Make sure you hit the Linktree link in the description as well. That will take you to the social accounts and the podcast episodes. And also drop your comments below. Let me know what you think about Sunday's game, the predicted lineup, and also the predicted result as well. Until next time, we'll be back with a match review after the game. Thank you very much for watching. Until then, stay safe and thank you very much for watching.